Hello friends, this is your teacher Manish, and in our last video we saw our first example of Java code and we saw how to write a source code. The source code was created in a file with .java extension. So it was all the source code is in .java extension. Within .java we actually added a class. So our first .java which we created had a class named first. What we did afterwards was we compiled first.java and we using a command javac. So javac was our compiler, and when the compilation went through, when the code was syntactically correct, okay, we got a first.class file which got generated, okay, and after that we executed first.class file using command, okay, which was java first. Remember, we did not give extension class while executing this particular class or executing this particular file. Now what we need to see or what we need to understand is, in Java code, in the source file we can have multiple classes. Okay, so if you have 4 classes defined in your source code, then when you compile them you will get 4 .class files. So this is very important. So your source code can actually have n number of classes defined in it, and whenever you execute, or rather whenever you compile the source code, you will get those many number of .class files. Okay, the same number of classes are there in the source code. Okay, and another thing which we have to note is we can execute only that class which comprises of main method. So we cannot execute any other class. Although the class gets created, those classes are non-executable. The byte code is non-executable. So we can execute only that class which has got main method in it. And we will witness this now when we get into the code and we will start our execution. So okay, fine, we will be using Notepad++ to develop our programs. So I'm opening the previous program which I have already which is already there with me. Okay, so this was the first program which we have developed. Now I'm just doing some changes. I am creating the new Java file. Okay, now I will just also kind of giving the new class name. The class name is second. I am not doing any complicated changes here. I am just adding one extra system.out.println. So the first println I am putting, this is my first line of first program. Okay, and the second println I'm just probably copy pasting the first system.out.println, okay, here. So that's it, no changes. And then I'm just putting here, this is my second line. Okay, now when I'm storing this second line of first program, what I am basically save as, because I want it to be a new Java source code, I am just storing it as second. That's it. So I have created a second.java file which comprises of one class. The name of that class is second. Okay, now I'm going in I'm actually going in command prompt and I'm trying to execute, or I will be executing my or first I will be compiling my Java file. So if you really see, I have created two directories. So I'm going into demo2 directory, and the second .java program, if you see, is here, okay, which we have just written. So what I'm going to do now is I'm quickly going to compile it using command javac and second.java. so for you to just be able to see it, okay, here it is. So that's javac second.java, and I'm pressing enter. So what happens is my program doesn't have any syntax error. It got compiled successfully, and if I see the directory, I could see a second.class file which got created. Okay, so what I will be doing now is I'm just going to compile, execute this second.class file. Okay, and as I said previously, now there is no need of actually giving the extension as class file. We just have to run or give command java. Java is the interpreter stroke JVM, and then we just have to give the class file name, which is second. Okay, and let's see what happens. So that's where the output of my program is. I have two statements that got printed here because I have two system.out.println. So if I have to show you, these are the two system.out.printlns which got executed. Okay, now I am going back to my source code, and what I am going to do is I am going to add two more classes. Okay, so class second underscore 01. Okay, and I am keeping these classes as empty classes. Okay, so I have created one class second 01. I am creating the second class, so just copy pasted it, and what I have done is I have created the second class again, that's the empty class. So now this Java file actually has three classes in total. One class which is named second and has got main function in it and has got two system.out.println in it. The second class, okay, is second underscore 01, and third class is second underscore 02. So total we have three classes in this Java file. I have saved it. Now what I am going to do is I am just going to execute this class file, rather compile this class Java code. Okay, so before compilation, if you want to see the number of classes that is available is just one, which we had compiled it previously. Now if I compile the Java code again, the source file is second.java. the same command I need to execute it, which I had executed it previously. Okay, and now there is no syntax error, it got executed fine. Now when you see the directory, you will find that there are two more .class files which got created, second underscore 01.class and second underscore 02.class. So total class files, total byte codes that got generated out of this compilation are 3, because we had 3 classes defined in our source code. Okay, so if I try to execute, okay, suppose say second underscore 01, okay, then let's see what happens. It gives me an error stating that main method is not found in second underscore 01. Okay, now if I execute say second, what will happen is it will give me the same output which it had given me previously, because second class has got main function in it. Okay, now we will further go and do some changes. So what I am going to do is basically I am going to take this copy of function main and I am just going to put it under this class. Okay, so basically now my two classes has got main function, and I'm going to change my system.out.println contents to say that this is my third line and then this is my fourth line. Okay, now what happens, what you could see is I have two classes and both the classes have got main function in it, whereas the third class is empty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this file, which is my second.java. Okay, and I'm going to again recompile. Okay, I'm going to again recompile my source code, which is second.java. Okay, and now if you see again, you will find that we have three class files that got generated, similar to what we saw previously. Okay, now what I'm going to do is instead of running second, I'm going to run second_01. Now this becomes a executable class because we have added main function in it. So when I execute it, I'm getting an output, and if you could see that it has printed, this is my third line of first program, and the next line is this is my fourth line of first program. So this source file second.java created two classes which are executable classes because both of these classes have main function. So what we have seen in this small example was in a single source file we can have multiple classes. You can just go on defining n number of classes in your source file, but only those classes will be executable which has got main function in it. Okay, and second most important thing is after compilation all the classes will have subsequent dot class, that is a byte code generated after compilation. So these are the fundamental things which we have witnessed and seen in this video. Okay, in my next video what I intend to do is I will be taking you through primitive data types, and we will go through the details of that, and then we will also explore more on system.out.println. Okay, so if you like this video, do like it, do share it, and if you have any comments, please do give me comment in the comment box. Till then, thanks a lot. Bye.